Hey, what's up guys, PureSalvation here, and this is a continuation of my quickscoping tutorial. Now, my last video had ended kind of abruptly, and it was in the middle of this game, so here's the conclusion. The reason why I had to end it was because the video was too long. It was about 15 minutes or something like that. So I had to divide it into two parts. So here's the second part of, or the conclusion part of the video. So, like I was saying in the last video, you want to try to look for the target after you scope in, but you should only do that to a certain extent, because if the target's behind you and you scope and try to turn around with a sensitivity like me around 4, you're gonna die for sure. Like, try to get the target remotely close to your crosshairs, and then you can scope in and sort of drag snipe or quick scope in. Now, what you see me do sometimes is I'll be lagging behind, and that's because I'm not trying to. The target is not really close to the middle of my crosshairs. Now, I'm not saying you should have it directly on the crosshairs. You should have it somewhere close to the middle of your crosshairs, so when you scope in, it's easy to find the target. Now, which sometimes you can see some of my friends doing. This is sort of a suggestion that I gave him. That I gave to some of my friends, and that is, if you're in a quickscoping fight, I highly suggest you don't do this online, or I guess you could if you really wanted to. It does maximize your chance of living, but that means it also relies on you having good aim as well. Now, what I suggest sometimes you do if you're in a quickscoping fight, if you miss your first shot, go prone and then try to get it again. Because what that does is that minimizes the surface area where the enemy can shoot you, from a standing figure all the way down to a prone figure, which is pretty much like a knee high, or maybe even lower, a knee high to lower figure to shoot at, which is much harder for the enemy. However, if you're going online against an assault rifle or an automatic gun, all they have to do is look down or adjust a little bit and kill you. Now, I guess that could give you a slight split-second chance to get another shot in online, so you can try doing that. I guess now that I think about it, if you miss your first shot, you're dead anyway, so I guess that's a pretty good idea if you want to get a second chance. I just try not to do that too much because that's just not my style, but I have tried it before and it does help a lot trying to get a second shot off. Now, you also really got to practice too. Practice is key because it's all about the style and feel of how you play or how you snipe. Because if you're a no-scoper, then you have to get really close to get a nice shot off. If you're a quick scoper, you either need to get a feel for the style of getting the target in the crosshairs really quickly and then sniping in real fast and sniping back out and killing the target that way, or you can do sort of what I do is, and if you saw right there, my friend just went into prone and I missed my shot and that gave him a chance to run away. Anyways, back to what I was saying, the second way which I do is you get the target somewhere closer to the center of the crosshairs and then scope in and then look for the target. So it's all about practice, like I said. If you practice getting the target in the dead center of your crosshairs and then really quickly scoping in and shooting the target, that works too. But it's a little bit harder to do it that way. That's why when I do get into games with some of my friends and they're like, "What are you talking about? That was a hard scope," when I do get the game-winning kill cam, that's because I'm scoping in and looking for the target, which is pretty much almost drag sniping. It's a better way to snipe for me, because that's my preference, and that's how I'm able to be more agile and much more swift around corners, around edges, and firefights, like between other snipers. So what I'm trying to say is, you need to figure out what you're best at. If you're good at, aiming real fast, or if you have a low sensitivity, like I do, then I mean you can try to get the target in the dead center of your crosshairs and then scoping in real quick. Now, before I go on any further, when the way that I'm trying to explain is when you get your target on the dead center of the crosshairs, you're supposed to snipe in or scope in really quickly and scope back out, but you're supposed to pull the trigger in between those two short intervals. What that does is it eliminates any possible chance of you missing the shot due to the sway of the sniper. Because I don't know, you can hold your breath though when you do that, but I tend not to hold my breath too much. So anyways, back to what I was saying. So yeah, just try what you think is best out for you. Now, if you have a low sensitivity, you should try getting the target in the dead center because it's easier. Now, if you have a higher sensitivity, you might want to try to get the target close to the center and then move to the target like what I do. What that does is because it's really hard, especially on high sensitivities, unless you're really good at it, it is really hard to get the target in the dead center of your crosshairs with a sensitivity like 9 or 10, at least for me. I mean, you can do it like if you have a lot of practice with it, but I don't know, it's pretty much your preference. So there I get the game-winning kill cam, and that's about it for this video. I'll definitely be posting more. Do get 37 deaths, but 60 kills I still think is pretty good. Other than that, guys, I think that's about it. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Check out my Twitter for the latest updates to see what's going on with the channel, with me, and other cool stuff. Alright guys, I'll see you guys later. Take care.